Chris Palmeri covers this for us out in Hollywood, and he joins us right now to kind of make sense of this. I mean, there are a lot of moving pieces to this, but at the end of the day, we're talking about two, or I guess we should say at least one newly formed media company potentially gobbling up one of its biggest competitors.
Yeah, huge deal. And we'd heard about this a little while ago, and we're just still trying to figure out if it made sense because, David Ellison has only just taken over Paramount. He's got a really complex merger to execute there and would be essentially doubling in size, taking on, who knows, maybe $70 billion of new cash paying for the stock and additional debt assumed. I mean, just a huge consolidation he would have to face.
Chris, what's interesting is that you take a look at shares of Paramount, they're up about 13.6%. Usually when we see M&A rumors like this, the potential acquirer falls a little bit as traders anticipate the potential price tag. That isn't the case here. So what would this mean for this very fresh company? What would it add?
Well, you would be combining two TV studios, Paramount and Warner Brothers. You'd be combining their cable TV businesses, which are extensive, everything from MTV to CNN, and the streaming businesses, HBO Max and Paramount Plus, which have been sort of also rans and potentially could be much stronger together. Whether Ellison would stick with the plan that Warner Brothers has in place to spin off the cable networks remains to be seen. Where that would leave David Zaslav, the CEO of Warner Brothers, he's very much a Hollywood guy, loves being in the milieu here. And so would be a dramatic impact on the job market in Los Angeles as well, because you can imagine all the layoffs that would happen.
Yeah.
So just huge changes.
I am curious, and just to put a fine point on this too, about just how unique this deal could be. I mean, we're talking about a company half the size of the other, effectively being the acquirer. A market cap on Paramount Skydance of less than $20 billion, and of course with Warner Brothers, a market cap just around $40 billion. Chris, we have gotten a few details already on what David Ellison wants to do, or at least what we think he might want to do. He seemed to be taking a keen interest in some of the cable properties like MTV, like BET, and a few others. Is there anything that we can read into that as to maybe what he would do with that huge, huge library of content and intellectual property that Warner Brothers has?
Well, he's very much, and he's already done some moves on this already. Big deal for the UFC. He's talked about a Call of Duty a movie. He's very much a big Hollywood motion picture guy. So you could see a lot of reinvestment in that. Investment in sports rights and things like that, because he's got a broader palette to spread it through. And of course, he's the son of the second richest guy on the planet. So the deep pockets
excuse me, Chris.
are
Second
there.
richest? Have you not followed our coverage? He is now the richest.
I heard he was down a little bit
is it? Okay.
today.
They're trading places.
They're trading places. Okay, all right. Fair enough.
Well, I do wonder, Chris, I mean, with any big potential deal, you have to talk about regulatory concerns. Is there any chance that if this goes through, if this is serious, that regulators could just come in and scuttle it?
This is much more complicated than Paramount, and look at how much trouble David Ellison had with Paramount. I mean, Trump gave him a hard time, the FCC gave him a hard time, and this is really the classic consolidation of two competitors, really. So the DOJ would certainly potentially weigh in. I mean, this is a very much more complex deal than Paramount.
What is the health right now, Chris, overall, when you take a look at Hollywood, particularly on the content creation side? I know it's gone through a lot of ructions. There are a lot of questions about linear television, a lot of questions about news, and of course, it seems right now all anybody wants to do is live sports. I mean, what is the health right now of the industry?
It's not healthy. I mean, the cable channels and traditional broadcast channels are losing viewers to streaming. The streaming business is not making as much money as the old TV networks used to. And the movie business has still not recovered to pre-pandemic levels in terms of box office. So, Netflix is a winner. Everyone else is really kind of struggling.
All right, Chris. Well, it'll be fascinating to see how this, of course, develops. But what we know right now, big moves right now in both of these names. That is Chris Palmeri out on the West Coast.